guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Benanin, and for today's video we are going to be reviewing the new Black Girl Sunscreen Make It Hybrid Mineral Combo Sunscreen. This is an SPF 50. This is the newest launch from Black Girl Sunscreen. They have 4 launches now. The first one was the original Black Girl Sunscreen, the Black Girl Sunscreen Kids, and then the Make It Matte formula. But as far as the other sunscreens that they've launched, I have reviewed pretty much all of them. I will leave those videos up here in the cards and also in the description box if you want to check them out after this video. But for today we will be focusing on the Make It Hybrid. So let's jump right into it. It says, achieve the best of both worlds while protecting your skin from harmful UVA, UVB rays with Make It Hybrid. Black Girl Sunscreen's lightweight mineral and synthetic formula with zinc oxide is designed to protect against sun damage, leaving no white residue. I'll let you guys decide if there's a white cast or not. We'll see. And then it also says that it has a dewy finish. It says Make It Hybrid is a broad spectrum SPF 50, specifically crafted for women, infused with natural ingredients such as aloe, lavender, and shea butter. And it says that helps to moisturize, soothe, and heal your skin. You get 3 fluid ounces, which is 89 milliliters, and it retails for $18.99. I purchased it through the Black Girl Sunscreen website, but they also have it in select Target stores. And since this is a new launch, it probably will take a little bit of time before you guys start seeing it in some of your local Targets, but that'll probably start to come in a little bit more. As far as the ingredients in here, it contains 10% homosalate, 5% octisalate, 5% octocrylene, and 5% zinc oxide. So that's where you're seeing the hybrid. This sunscreen is water resistant for 90 minutes and it claims to be fragrance free. We'll talk about that later. So let's talk about the packaging first. I grabbed the original Black Girl Sunscreen and so we can compare it, but if you look at it just from the outside, it's basically the same packaging. Really the only difference that you're going to see is the change in the name. This one is their chemical formula and this is the Make It Hybrid, so it says Make It Hybrid, but it's really similar to the original packaging. The thing I'll say about this is it's really messy. So the formula is pretty liquidy, which is fine, but I wish they would have changed the hole on here to make it a little bit smaller, because right now it's huge. And I think it worked fine for the original because it was a thicker formula, so like when you tip it over it doesn't just come falling out. But with this one, when you tip it over, it literally just starts pouring out. So that's not really good because I feel like I ended up wasting quite a bit of product, and it's also quite messy on like the outside of it, if you guys can see. So day 1 I wore it with my normal skincare underneath, and then I put the sunscreen on as my final step in my skincare routine. I'll include clips of me wearing it in bathroom lighting and in natural lighting so that you guys can see what it looks like in different types of lighting. But the first day when I wore this, I kind of had some trouble with it. It came out a lot messier than I expected. Because the formula is a pretty runny / creamy texture to it, I felt like the opening in the sunscreen made it difficult for me to actually measure it out. So you kind of have to be careful to make sure that you're not putting too much on. So I had to like gently tip the bottle over and slowly put it on my fingers and get the right 2 fingers. Otherwise it was kind of running everywhere. I feel like the actual texture of it is like a runny kind of cream texture, but when I put it on my face it felt kind of thick and it was hard to rub in. It took me quite a bit to rub it into my skin, and as you guys can see there is a white cast to it. It's not like an extreme white cast, but you can definitely see it. It's still there, and I feel like the white cast was probably worse around my eyebrows and in my hairline, but overall I don't know, I thought I could keep rubbing to get the white cast out, but it wasn't going away. So I rubbed it in as best as I could, and then I waited 15 minutes to see if maybe it just needed some time to like settle in for the white cast to subside a bit. So this is what it's looking like after 15 minutes. And as you guys can see, there's still a white cast and it's still sticking to my hairline. It's still in my eyebrows, and it never really came out of my eyebrows. I had to go in and kind of like just wipe it off of that area and wipe it out of my hair. So probably not the best option for people who have facial hair, or I was gonna say people who have eyebrows, but I think everybody has eyebrows. But not the best option for people who have a lot of hair on their face, and if you are getting it into your eyebrows, you have to like really work to get it to sink in and not stick to all of your hairs. But I will say that the cast does look different depending on the lighting. Like in my bathroom lighting, it doesn't look horrible, but then I feel like when I go to the window you can definitely see it more. I wore this for 2 hours and I came back and this is what it's looking like after 2 hours. The finish of this product is a very natural slash dewy finish to it. So I expected to look oily, but I don't think I looked as oily as I was expecting after 2 hours. So I came back, this is what it's looking like, and I went ahead and blotted and reapplied the sunscreen. Reapplication for me wasn't the best. I found that it didn't go on as smooth as it did initially, and it almost started to break up a bit, and I don't know if it's a pilling feeling, but I could just feel like there was separation and it wasn't blending as smoothly as I wanted. Also with reapplication, I found that it did feel heavier than it did with the first application. And also the white cast was showing up more the second application than it did with the first. The second day I came in and I decided to wear it without any moisturizer underneath and apply. As you guys can see, the white cast is still there. Although this is a dewy finish, I still felt like I needed a moisturizer underneath for some reason. It was almost like the sunscreen was like drying my actual skin out. So I wouldn't recommend wearing this without moisturizer. I'd say put like a light layer underneath just to make sure you're getting the hydration, and then put this on top of it. So the next day I wore it underneath makeup. I would say that it wore fine under makeup. I didn't experience any breakup of my makeup or separation or anything like that, so that's good. I did wear it for 2 hours with makeup and this is what it's looking like. I don't think I look as shiny as I expected, like I said earlier, and it actually looks pretty good. So I went ahead and blotted and attempted to reapply. I would say that I would not recommend to reapply this over makeup. I think it takes a lot of blotting, it takes a lot of rubbing, it takes a lot of just working it in and then letting it sit in for the finish to look okay. So I wouldn't really recommend this because I feel like the more I was trying to like blot and get the sunscreen to sink in, the more I was moving my makeup around, so that kind of defeats the purpose. I say that if you are someone with a deeper complexion, I would not recommend it because it does leave a white cast, but if you're someone who has a lighter complexion or fair skin, this may work for you. Go ahead and give it a try. Let me know if it works for you, but I cannot sit here and recommend it for people with dark skin. And then as far as what kind of skin types this would work for, although it is dewy and it gives you like a nice natural glowy finish, it's not heavy and it's not oily. So I guess I would still recommend it for people with oily skin or even people to normal combo skin. If you can like move past the white cast, the finish of it I think is pretty decent. As far as my girls with acne prone skin, sadly I would not recommend this for people with acne prone skin. I ended up getting like 2 huge like giant cystic acne bumps and I don't get those very often, and I had that when I was testing this out. Now I'm not gonna say that it was fully from the sunscreen. It could have very well been from stress because I was sick or from something else, but like I just can't comfortably say that it would work for people with acne prone skin. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And then as far as my girls with sensitive skin, I don't think I would recommend this necessarily because it does have lavender in here. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, keep that in mind. And the lavender scent is pretty strong, and for me I didn't feel like the lavender scent kind of went away, which is kind of annoying that they marketed this as a fragrance-free sunscreen when there's clearly a lavender fragrance in here. Besides that, I personally didn't experience any extra sensitivities as far as like feeling like my face was itchy or stinging or reacting or anything. So take that as you will. And then lastly, it doesn't sting your eyes, so that's nice, I guess. So if you're looking for a sunscreen that doesn't sting your eyes, this could be it. And then also for people who wear makeup, I would say that it works fine underneath makeup, but I probably wouldn't use it to reapply over makeup. And also just reapplication in general with it was not the best. I guess overall, I was honestly pretty disappointed in this launch. I think I expected more from Black Girl Sunscreen. Maybe I'm being too hard on them. I don't know. Maybe I just need to like give them a pass on this one. But that's it for today's video. Those are my thoughts on the new Black Girl Sunscreen Make It Hybrid launch. If you have tried this sunscreen and you loved it, let me know. If you tried it and you hated it, also let me know. And don't forget to leave your sunscreen recommendations down in the comment section below. I read all those, add them to my list, and that'll be it for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Bye!